What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Campbell, the mortgage broker. It's another edition of Whiteboard Wednesdays. That's a whiteboard. I'm Rob Campbell. It's Wednesday. I often get asked the question, when should I? Hey, Rob, when should one renew? When should one refinance? When should one access equity in their property? When should I? When's the best time for me? And I really wanted to dive deep into the planning aspect. Like, not to get all Dr. Phil on everybody here, but we are closing out a pretty crazy year in 2020 with the pandemic and life in general. And I think one thing that, personally, not just business-wise, but personally, I've come to realize is that we need to plan more. The most successful in the people in the world tell us you got to wake up every day and you got to write down your goals. And that's not just for business owners. That's for everyday people. Write down your goals for the week. Write down your goals for the day. If you get up in the morning and go to a blue-collar job at 7 o'clock and you work on a press line until 3 and you go home, you should still really write out your day. What do you got to do that day? Because what we all end up doing is we get home, we eat dinner, we sit on the couch, we watch Netflix, and then we have some sort of weird guilt about not accomplishing much in our day. That actually resonates with home ownership and financing, as quirky as that sounds. What I find is the most expensive mistakes for people are because they never planned. Case in point, if you're self-employed, if you're thinking about moving and you want to buy a bigger house and more financing, you really got to start looking at the numbers today or yesterday if we're talking about tax years, because we have to really assess how we're going to use your income to move forward. If you want to refinance your mortgage and break your current mortgage, we really need to figure out that trigger point between a higher penalty and a somewhat high penalty, depending on when that maturity date lapses over in the middle of the term, which institution you're with, doing somewhat of a calling of the market as far as perfect timing. That's never really perfect, but I think you hopefully get what I mean. Always plan. So don't make decisions with your mortgage or with your home. Don't make shotgun decisions. Try to sit down, try to plan. Where are we going to be in a year? What's our plan for 2 years? What's our plan for 5 years? You don't have to get super deep, but try to lay out a bit of a plan to figure out timing and to better prepare for what might come down the road. So the question I always get is, when should I do this? When should I do that? When would be the best time? The best time is always today. But second to that would be the best time is the time you're going to spend to sit down and plan for when that time happens. Anyway, I hope this has been valuable. Maybe you clicked on a little light bulb for you. I'm Rob Campbell. It's Whiteboard Wednesdays. Take care. Brush your hair.